The whole world sees, captivated, how the developments are unfolding. I mean, the confrontation between the President Trump and the former FBI chief, Mr. Comey. As tradition, they speak about some Russian traces. So what is your assessment of that situation? What can be the consequences?
Well, I didn't really know the details of the testimony of Mr. Comey, former FBI director, but I'm aware of some of the details he shared. What kind of impression do I have? Number one, Mr. Comey said that he believes that Russia did interfere into the election process. He doesn't give any evidence. He said that they really affected our hearts and minds. But is it really different in the world? The U.S. always has its propaganda. It always supports NGOs, pro-US-leaning NGOs. Well, they have an impact on our hearts and minds. That's an attempt to sway the public opinion, including during the election process. Take the globe, and you can put your finger in any country, in any region of the world. The U.S. interests are everywhere. And I know this because I talk to leaders of other countries. They just don't want to say it in the open because they don't want to have a row with the U.S. But everyone says the same. What do they want? Do they want everyone to bow down to them? We just have an open stance and we speak it out openly. It's not some kind of hidden, subversive, covert operations. We just speak out. He says there's no evidence in us meddling with the count of the votes. Well, luckily, it's good that he doesn't go as far as blaming us for that. And he said he, wrote a memo of his talk, of his his conversation with the president, and then he leaked it via a friend of his to the press. It looks really strange when you record, when you memorize your conversation with the Supreme Commander-in-Chief and then leak it to the press. Does it make him any different to Mr. Snowden? Well, Mr. Snowden is a human rights activist that defends some kind of position. And again, if there's some kind of persecution, we would be ready to offer political asylum to Mr. Comey if he's persecuted in the U.S.